this known entity, respected player, but also they haven't played the game a whole lot. They had some kind of frankly, a little bit of a shakier start, kind of shaking off the cobwebs of this new game.
Right.
But generally speaking, I was like, usually players with that much experience and game knowledge and just like, I don't know, they know how to play these games. It's going to take a little bit to shake off the cobwebs, and then they're going to be back in form. I think they're pretty much established that they are back in form and definitely a threat to potentially take sets off of PR players. And, yeah, definitely not to be slept on. We got, though,
Kernel versus, I believe, this
Corncycle, who
hasn't been to very many events as of recently, right? I think this is his first event in a while.
in a long, yeah. Always a feared player. I've kind of always thought that Corncycle, whenever I've watched them, I've always kind of thought he's just like maybe the best Falcon in the Pacific, not just Washington, for sure in Washington, but like probably the Pacific Northwest. I don't know, maybe that's a hot take. I don't know anyone that's as like whenever I see this guy play, I'm like, holy crap, this is how you're supposed to play this character. He's actually nuts.
Yeah, I know we do have like Spade, but
Oh, yeah, that's actually really close.
yeah, no,
That's
I think
actually really close. I totally forgot about Spade.
I think there's some
Shame
hot
on me.
There's some hot competition for sure.
Yeah,
but
that actually is a good. That's actually very contestable.
I think that said, I think there's like a pretty distinct difference amongst the Falcons, and I think when comparing like Spade to say Corncycle, Spade you're just like, yeah, no, that's the Falcon, but you watch Corncycle and you're just like, who does that?
Yeah, it's
Like-
very weird. And Colonel, in his own right, the Wii Fit rep of Washington. I think the only one. Oh my God, that is really unfortunate.
That's rough.
I don't even understand how that. That was weird. I don't even understand how that happened. To be totally honest. But frankly, the power up of the SD here,
He's
81
pissed. He's
under
pissed.
answer
Oh
percent.
my goodness!
Yes, I love to see that from Colonel. And
Colonel's
you know,
in there.
in there, unanswered stock there. That is actually, I'm so happy for Colonel on that. Like getting inside your own head there, not allowing it to happen. Although he might just get spiked right here. Okay,
Okay. But he's like, yeah, I didn't need that stock.
that was
But
just
Corncycle maybe starting to make him regret it just a little bit.
But that's still mentally, that's huge, right? I mean, just being able to do that kind of stuff so you keep yourself in.
Oh my goodness,
This
the
character is
damage.
insane. This character actually is crazy, though. Like, the damage output. This is a
Oh my
crazy
goodness.
matchup. I don't think I've ever actually seen this matchup either, but
I've
it's
actually
just a scrap fest.
Fun fact: Colonel has played against Spade at a Back in Blood, so has experience in this matchup. Certainly did not do bad either against Spade, but
I
think
would say everyone I think Falcon is pretty common in PNW and in Washington, frankly. I feel like everyone, and if you even play any Wi-Fi, there's a gazillion Falcons. I feel like everyone kind of has
oh my goodness,
some
that angle.
knowledge on how to play against this character.
For sure. No, he's definitely one of the more common characters in Washington, but that's the thing is, on the one hand, yeah, it gives you a lot of experience against the character, but on the other, when you, like...
Wait, what was that interaction?
I don't...
That
he just F-tilted his landing, I think.
Well, yeah, he F-tilted the Raptor punch, and I guess that's just how it interacts.
And that's the game.
Yeah, that is a quick under 2-minute game.
That was a slobber knocker. It was just both of them kind of like getting one hit and then going ham.
That, yeah. Oh my goodness. And Colonel's just gotta, you see him there kind of taking a deep breath, inhaling, closing his eyes for a moment. You just gotta shake that off a little bit. Clearly, like, if I had to put, I feel like Colonel was more dominant in that set. If I had to put money on someone, take away the SD, he was getting like 80% after touching him, and he was doing a pretty good job on the edge too. It's just that the recovery of Wii Fit is pretty trash, and Corncycle is going to eat that up all day. You need to mix that up, or just, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for that, honestly.
But running it back to small battlefield, though, and honestly, do not blame Colonel in the slightest. Like, if it weren't for that SD, I think he took that game pretty convincing.
Oh,
well,
for sure.
Not convincingly per se, but like
I think
it
he
was a solid
that.
start. Yeah.
And I mean, showing absolute dominance
again, just
another spike
right out the gate, just another stock. He's like, nope, that's mine.
Also, there's just so much damage that comes out from this character when you're in deep breathing. I don't think Corncycle's really respecting deep breathing enough. You need to respect this character. Has crazy damage output when you get touched by them, and I mean, SuperKernel, like, I don't know how much labbing they do, but, like, enough.
My goodness.
But you can't put yourself in stomp range.
Yeah, Corncycle is on top of those edge guards for sure. He's staying in this, and what the heck? Okay, the damage is piling up. Knee? Yeah.
What? That was such a nice, subtle bait from Corncycle to get that string started, but then just gets up smashed. Force trouble. Good job avoiding the strong hit of knee.
This is a fun game.
Yeah, seriously.
They're just like both doing so much damage.
It's been a minute and 15 seconds and the game's almost over. Like
it's already last stock, practically last hit. One of them just needs to get one good opening, and right as I say that, Corncycle.
Nice parry, drop down. Ooh, I like that, but just not quite going to be good enough to actually get something started.
Oh, he's going for a lot of down air to the platform. That's actually pretty smart. Down air is like a pretty sizable hitbox.
Yeah.
As displayed through previous edge guards.
Oh, please no. Please
no.
I don't understand this off stage.
Is that a wrap?
Ooh, nice fastball.
I really like that mix up in Kernel.
He's
trying to stay in this. He wants his game.
Oh no. Ooh, okay, good guess. Get on ledge,
but the
knee.
roll. Read.
You can't be upset. You really can't be upset about that game too. That was just a well-fought game all around. And I know,
Yeah.
Kernel is probably a little upset about that overall set.
Oh,
I'd
be
pissed.
I'd
be pissed, but like at the same time, that was just incredibly well played. And like I think Corncycle. I mean, if he came to more stuff, like when we were like we talked about him more when he was still more active and he was kind of floating on the PR panel about like where's he gonna end up. I mean, if he just went to more things, the dude would be on PR. Like
I don't think that's a question. Like,
yeah, it wasn't when he was most active. He had, like, wins on all the PR, only got, like, first at all the BHAM stuff pretty much. Like, just, he was crazy, but just didn't quite go to enough stuff. So you can't be sad about that loss, frankly.
Funnily enough, like, I've said this before. I don't know how accurate it is nowadays, but I like to think of Corncycle as the Pokepen of Bellingham. And, like, relative to Capsize being kind of like the Moxie.
In terms of, but doesn't Corncycle only play Falcon? I guess I so much associate Pokepen with multi-characters, or I guess in what context do you mean?
I mean in terms of like the fact that like kind of a hidden boss, kind of like super good, does not travel.
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I can see that to some degree, and
because like I swear at every regional that both Capsize and Corncycle have been at, Corncycle has outperformed them. Yeah, like more often than not. I'd say. So
I just can't think. I mean, I don't have them in front of me, but I just feel like I remember we were looking at Corncycle's results. There was like no bad result. It's only good. And I remember like, not that people don't think about the stat too often, but if you look at someone's Smash GG data and their win percent is in like the 70s, like
that's that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. That's really good. It's like they just don't lose very much at all, and they don't even drop games that often, right?
I mean, I like to consider myself a pretty decent player, and
you're probably in the 50s, right, or 60s?
I'm barely hovering around like the 60 area right now.
Yeah,
I only like brought that back up through like more recent results because I started doing a little better, but
yeah, I think any